All right, family, good morning. Peace and blessings. Bold Disciple here on behalf of Bold Crypto. Once again, bringing to you another great and informative video in regards to the crypto and metaverse space. All right, guys, now, first and foremost, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. We're just talking, all right? Now, this video is kind of, it's a little veer off in a sense, but I think it's important to bring this to the light, as you already know, probably in regards to this subject matter. But let me just talk about it. Now, I was reading an article, and the article stated that the robot workforce isn't coming. It's already here. I think it was from CNBC or MSNBC, one of those. But here we go. Now, retailers and restaurants are looking to robots and other technology to keep up with demand in the tight labor market. Sam's Club uses robots to scrub floors and scan inventory. Cupcake chain Sprinkles has replaced traditional cashiers with self-checkout kiosks. You already know that. You see that everywhere we go, the self-checkout kiosks. But you don't identify those as robots. But that's part of the plan. And it's already being implemented. As you can see, it's being implemented with a whole lot of other things. Now, diners and shoppers impatient with long waiting periods and poor service welcomes the changes, said AlixPartners' Molly Hornisberger. Now, the AlixPartners is like a research group that looks into things like this. Now, when a customer buys a cupcake at Sprinkles Bakery, I've never been there before, they no longer line up at a cashier. Instead, they type into a tablet, swipe a credit card, and wait for an employee to retrieve their order. Now, you see that at McDonald's and everything. But like I said, we don't identify that as a robotic movement or the robots because we think all robots got to be, that's what we're looking for. But we don't understand what it's really about, okay? Now, the kiosk system allows social distancing, save earnings, and it also helps track and pace with increased online orders in a tight labor market. To keep up with changing times, retailers and restaurants are stepping up investments in robots and other technologies. Sprinkles and Starbucks are kicking cashiers out for tablets. Walmart and Sam's Club are using robots to clean the buildings. Now, Buffalo Wild Wings, but they're also using them to clean the buildings and scan inventory. Now, if you don't understand the seriousness of that, that's like a whole night occupation at places like Walmart, Sam's Club, grocery stores. That's like a whole night shift of occupations eliminated. Because what happens at night during closing hours? You got people in there doing one or two things. They're cleaning and they're stocking and they're scanning the stock as they stop. Now, they're creating robots to do that. So that will cut like a whole, those expenses will be cut in half because you will no longer need any night workers. You just have one person overlooking the robots, sweeping, scrubbing the floors. That's it. That's over with. All right. Now, Buffalo Wild Wings. Now, check this one out. Buffalo Wild Wings and White Castle are testing robots that can flip burgers and make wings. Companies are feeling more urgency to give technology a chance. Many restaurants quietly increased their tech budgets and kicked off pilots of robotics and artificial intelligence in the second half of the year. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Now, due to the pandemic, you've seen the workforce, the labor force get swiped out. People don't want to come to work. People understand that there's stimulus packages. People understand that they can make money online. The younger generations, they do not want to go to work. They don't want to work a job. You can't convince them that's the thing to do because they've simply seen what jobs have done to their parents, their older siblings, their relatives, and so forth, and they're just not into it. Even when they are working jobs, they don't want to be there. They don't want to work. So it's hurting the workforce. And when you look at these places like McDonald's, fast food, restaurant sectors are really being hit because you go in there and you can no longer get help. The drive-thrus are wrapped around. They're not moving like they used to move. The service is really rough because people are burnt out. People are tired. People are tired of getting cussed out. People are tired of getting, people spazzing on them because they didn't get an order right or they're taking too long. Or you have a drive-through that has cars wrapped around the corner And you got to look at that outside of the McDonald's or Wendy's window or restaurant window, or you see people coming in and they're not tipping because they don't have the money like that because of inflation. Everything is going up. And which means, hey, these restaurants are going to be paying more. But when the value of the dollar continues to drop, people are going to buy less because everything is going up due to hyperinflation. So now these restaurants are looking at, hey, we're losing money because we're not giving the service. We can't provide the service. So we have to now look into robotics, and we have to get something going quickly. If not, we're going to go under. Now, I'm not talking about big chains and so forth, but some of them are going through problems too. But I just want you to think about the seriousness, because you have two types of takeovers when it comes to business. You have a hostile takeover and you have a subtle takeover. And this is a subtle takeover when you look at the kiosks. Even when you go to McDonald's, you now have an option to go to a human or go to the kiosk and just type in what you want, so you don't have to deal with what could come with the interaction with the human being. You now have those choices, and more restaurants are adapting to that because pretty soon they're going to be weaning people out. And they're going to be restaurants where you go in and it's going to be all robots. They're going to be retail spaces where you go in, it's going to be all robots because people don't want to work in these sectors anymore. The pandemic has destroyed it all, okay? And that's why you're going to see a lot of companies paying more, but due to inflation and due to a poor workforce and due to people quitting jobs and due to the unemployment rates, the inflation is going to stay and people are going to be buying less. Okay, so that's where we are. The robots are not coming. They're already here. They're just, in a subtle way, they're just implementing their way quietly into these places. Because now what do you see in more grocery stores? More self-checkouts. And you see more people going to the self-checkouts because they're now getting used to it, and their subconscious and conscious minds are understanding that, hey, I can check myself out at the self-checkout. I don't have to go to this person. That girl, the cashier, the cashier, they taking too long. I don't got time. The lines are piling up because the lazy people who don't want to go to the self-checkout are still going to the two lines that are open in a Walmart or a grocery store, and the line is all the way down the aisle. But then you got other people. But guess what'll start happening with those lazy people who don't want to go to a human being because they're tired of waiting lines? One day they're going to be like, you know what, let me try this self-checkout. Then they're going to be like, you know what, this self-checkout ain't that bad. I don't think I'm going over there anymore. And that's just going to flow right over there. And then after a while, when they start doing the reports, they're going to be like, we're going to eliminate the cash. We're going to eliminate the change. We're just doing self-checkouts. You can only pay with card or crypto. That's coming. Believe me, guys, it is coming. So just keep an eye out for this, guys. Like this article said, the robot workforce isn't coming. It's already here. All right? It's just going to be a subtle takeover. One day you're going to wake up, and that's going to be the only way you can conduct your business when you go into stores. And the first places up to bat will be the retail stores and the restaurants. Keep your eyes open, guys. Change is here. We have evolved. We are in a whole new world now. Thank you for your support. Thank you for checking out Bold Crypto. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.